Let's take a look. So we got some more news here. Let me put my camera back to what it normally should be. Let's take a look here. All right. So starting today, drops farming won't be allowed on Twitch across all games. While our community guidelines say you can't cheat Twitch rewards, including drops, there's been some confusion about how we enforce the policy. Drops are a fun way to earn rewards while hanging out with your community and favorite streamers. They can also help streamers build their audiences. We believe drops farming undermines the purpose of drops. I believe is this. I'm pretty sure they addressed this before. I think this has to deal with people like live streaming 24/7 VODs and stuff like that, so that people can farm drops in their stream and they get a ton of viewers from it. Their stats blow up like crazy, right? Um they if you are gonna do drops and have drops on your stream, you have to actually be there while the drops are on. If you're playing a VOD, right? If you're playing a VOD or just AFK or whatever, it won't be allowed, right? I think that's what they're talking about. Oh, this is just their whole on community guidelines. What the? This is just their whole on community guidelines. What? Uh, prohibited what? Attire? Bro, is it even, is there anything even on here, man? Like this is just our whole guidelines. Uh, we've seen some, okay. We've seen some confusion from our announcement. Drops are meant to be earned during live gameplay. As outlined in our help center, viewers are eligible to earn drop rewards during live streams by watching their favorite streamers play select games. Viewers cannot earn drops by watching VOD reruns, also known as drops farming. Viewers cannot earn drops by watching VOD reruns, also known as drops farming. So, what they're saying is that streamers who have drops on and they're playing a VOD as like reruns will not have drops enabled. If you are a viewer, if you watch those streams, you will not get drops because the drops aren't enabled. Right? How would stopping streamers from streaming VOD content whilst live during drops be enforced? That's a good question, right? That's a great question, because how are they going to enforce this? How in the world will Twitch ever enforce this, man? How? Um, how? I don't know, because at the end of the day, yes, if the streamer chooses the option play my previous VOD, then yes, of course you'd be able to identify that it's a VOD, right? But what if the streamer downloads their VOD or just plays their VOD from from their account page on Twitch and doesn't mark it as a VOD, right? Like, how are you gonna know? Are you gonna have a staff member go in there and like? Are you gonna have a staff member go in there and like check it like crazy? Like, even though they say that it's not allowed, I don't know how they're gonna enforce it unless it's like really, unless it's like a really big streamer. But I mean, let's be honest. If you have 100, 200 viewers and you're doing this, they're not gonna check your stream. They're not. They're not gonna find it, man. Right? They're not gonna find it. So I don't know. I don't know. What if they aren't my favorite streamer? What if I just hate watch them for drops? Am I still eligible? Okay. Okay. Some true stuff right here. Under spam, click example. Under spam? Why the heck is it under spam? Uh, for example, you may not distribute unauthorized advertisement, engage in phishing, engage in any cheating. Engage viewership, seller sharing count, cheat the Twitch reward system, such as drops or channel point systems. How the heck do you cheat channel point systems? I'm assuming maybe just like, wait, what the heck? Why does channel point systems even matter? Drops, I understand, but why do channel points matter? What the heck is that all about? Okay. Channel points, I don't understand that one, but sure. But drops, though, I mean, okay. How are they gonna like Jake Lucky? This has got to be the most vague way to explain a new rule I have ever seen. And then they said, apologies. Here's some more information here. But like how? Like being AFK while live with reruns for weeks or in other ways? We've added some extra clarification here. Yeah, can we get more information on it? They literally just like very vaguely said cheat the Twitch reward system. And then the clarification is this right here, but the clarification isn't even in the guidelines, right? It isn't in the guide. This is not clear enough to what this means, right? How do you what classifies as cheating, right? So then they basically, as far as we know, what they have here is just live gameplay. You have to have live gameplay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I thought you would get a kick out of that. I mean, dude, these platforms like create rules like this all the time. The reality is, though, is that they just can't enforce them. How are you going to ever enforce this? How are you going to know? Okay. If the streamer now on Twitch, there's a way for you to click a button and play and be like, okay, play rerun in this category with this title, right? You can do that. But what if the streamer just goes live in OBS, full screen captures a VOD, and it acts as if it's like a real live stream? You would never know. How are you supposed to know? You're going to have Twitch staff go and double check and watch the entire thing and identify it's a VOD? No, you just laid off over 500 people. You don't have enough people to do that. It's just, unfortunately, it's something I do agree with. I think it is stupid having channels 24/7 live, but I don't know how they would ever enforce this. Maybe it's just a case by case basis. Oh, hey, somebody's got 40,000 viewers farming these drops, right? Drop farming. Yeah, okay, now they get reported enough, they have enough viewers, we see it, boom, suspend them for a day or whatever, right? Okay, I could understand that. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, I think it's a good change, but again, though, I don't know how well they're going to be able to enforce it. I think this only covers the very small percentile that gets a ridiculous amount of views by farming drops, right? It's like the Valorant thing when Valorant was doing beta keys or whatever for streamers, and it was drops. People would do 24/7 VOD playing of Valorant or whatever, and people would just sit in the channel just to farm drops, right? They made a statement about it then too, and it was stupid, right? It was stupid, but again, those channels were like got a lot of viewers, right? Because they were live 24/7. Now it's like, unless your channel gets a ton of viewers because people drop farming, I mean, it's not going to be found. You know what I mean? Things that suck. Twitch, Justin Trudeau, China. Okay. It's creepy how relentless corporations keep trying to recreate. It's like, bro, what? They try as hard as they can, though. What? Where are we going with this? But anyways, that's this Twitch thing is interesting. Yeah, I don't know how well. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference, but we'll see.